Hello, I am Chris Pickard, Director of Body Imbalance in sunny Hertfordshire. Today I would like to introduce you to the 4 horsemen of your health apocalypse. Now you are probably already familiar of the biblical 4 horsemen of the apocalypse, and I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about something that is not happening to somebody else. I'm talking about 4 things that are most likely happening to you. They're not something that you can run away from. They are something you can protect yourself from, but pretty much if I'm talking to you through the video here today, then it means that you are going to be exposed to at least one of these problems. You'll have to be in a biosphere with air filters to not be exposed to it. So what are these 4 horsemen? Well, these 4 horsemen of the health apocalypse are malnourishment. Now, you may look around and you say, hey, but most of America and most of the UK and an ever-increasing number of Europeans are obese. How can there be malnourishment? That's still improper nutrition. It's too many calories, and most of those people with too many calories are also actually nutrient deficient. And in fact, too much food and too many calories are probably killing more people than a lack of calories. Think about that. More people are dying in the West from too much than people are dying in the third world from not enough. It's a devastating epidemic, and it's more than likely that if you have more than a pound of fat on you, that you are suffering in some form of malnourishment. So malnourishment is one. Laziness is another horseman. Lack of movement. Movement is one of the things that you need to do to nourish every single cell of your body, to get circulation going, to get oxygen delivered. You need to move your body. And again, if you do not move enough, your body wastes away. And it also charges your brain. Spinal movement in particular charges the brain. So you have to move. The third horseman is stress. Another big impactor on nearly every single disease that kills Westerners. We're talking about mental stress, emotional stress, also physical stress and chemical stress as well. Which brings me to the 4th horseman, and that's toxins. Each and every one of us, if we're drinking water, is being exposed to toxins in the water supply. One of the main ones is xenoestrogens. Estrogens that are getting to us from a number of different sources. Women on the pill, women on HRT, that passes through the body, gets into our water supply. You may drink bottled water, but a lot of plastic bottles leach estrogens, plasticky estrogens, into that water. Estrogens are also found in our food thanks to pesticides, because a lot of pesticides work by destroying the reproductive capabilities of insects and pests by giving them huge toxic doses of estrogen. That then gets actually into our food and gets into us. There are also toxins in the way of antibiotics that get into us via our foods, especially milk as well. It's full of antibiotics and full of estrogens. We're actually breathing in as well. So even if you're not eating any of these foods, you're probably breathing in all kinds of toxins. There are now over 700 known man-made toxins in probably every single man, woman, and child in the whole planet, on the whole planet. And that's not some sort of woo-woo science. This is actually hard science. This is the EPA, the Environmental Protection Agency. This is scientists actually looking at the fat of every single human that's ever had an operation in America for about the past, I think, 20 years. There are toxins everywhere. There are over 80,000 man-made toxins, well, man-made chemicals, I should say, that we don't actually know if they're toxic to us or not. So there's a huge amount of problems, and there's a huge amount of toxicity, and unless you're doing things to rid yourself of these toxins, they can cause cancer, heart disease, they can cause your mitochondria, your energy producing cells of your body, to shut down. So those are the 4 horsemen. I hope you've enjoyed meeting them, And more than that, I hope you're a little bit shocked at how deadly and how much these are already inside you, running around, galloping around, causing havoc with your liver, with your brain, with your muscles, with your nervous system, with your bones, with your joints, with your ability to think. And unless you're actually taking steps to fight these four horsemen or to avoid them in some way, then you are going to be leading towards one of the main things that causes nearly everybody in the West, whether that's cancer, heart disease, diabetes, lung disease. All of these, the biggest killers in the West, are all lifestyle influenced. Between 90 and 99% of all diseases in the West can be avoided if you prepare. And that will be the subject of my next video, where I will introduce you to the magnificent 7 who are going to fight the 4 horsemen for you. Be well.